Welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we'll be doing the sales prediction using the AutoML library called H2O. So let's go ahead and import the package called H2O. Then we need a package called H2O AutoML, so which we can import from H2O.AutoML. Then basically we need our trivial functions or packages, which are pandas, numpy, matplotlib. Then once you run this cell, basically you can see it will display a list of values which are related to the cluster for the H2O. So we can read over here what is the cluster uptime, the time zone, which is America, New York, cluster version. We have cluster name as well. Then we have total cores allocated, typically as assigned H2O number of cores as 4, and cluster status is healthy. If the cluster status is not healthy, which means something wrong, so while you're training, um, you know you can have some breakouts in your trainings. Then finally we have the APIs and the security related to that, and yeah, and then the Python version utilizes 3.63. All right, time to go ahead and import our dataset. For that, I'm using my Black Friday training dataset, which is available in the resources. So go ahead and import this dataset by doing pd.read_csv and give the file name, and it should be in your current directory. And if you do df or df.head, these are the columns you should be able to view, which are user ID, product ID. Obviously, we will get rid of them because they're not going to be our input for our data model. Then we have gender. That means we need to encode this value. Same thing for age. We have some markers like a plus sign. We need to tweak this value. Then we have occupation, city category, which has some distinct values as A, B, C. Then we have stay in the current years, which gives the number of years the user has been in the city. Marital status 0 and 1, whether unmarried or married. Product category is which product the user has been subscribing. Then we have a bunch of other product category columns as well. Then finally, we have the purchase amount the user makes typically, right? The idea is to be able to make the prediction on the sales for each user, how much sales the user would be making, right? So friends, so let's come back to the next lecture and we'll continue our exercise where we would be doing our some of the scrubbing of a data set and then followed by training a data set and finally making the prediction using the AutoML library of H2O. So stay tuned for next lecture. Thanks for joining.